Hello everybody, welcome to Cole Vends. Did you know that the vending machine industry is worth over $30 billion in the US alone? And it's still growing. My name is Cole Kelly, and today I'm going to show you how to start your own successful vending machine business. Whether you're looking for just a side hustle or a full-time venture, this video has you covered. Let's dive right in. All right, so I'm just gonna quickly go over everything we're gonna discuss in this video. We're going over 6 main points. The first point we're gonna be going over is researching and planning. Next, we're gonna go into the business plan development. My next point, which is legal and financial setup, is sourcing and purchasing. Next, we're gonna go into suppliers and purchasing and installation and maintenance. So let's go right into market research. We're gonna talk straight about researching and planning. Identify your target markets and ideal locations. Are you focused on schools, offices, gyms, or public places? Research the demand in your different types of vending machines like snacks, drinks, and healthy options. But more than anything, I need you to use tools like Google Trends and local market surveys to gather data. This is going to help you immensely with finding out what's going to sell well in your area. So just head over to Google Trends or any local market survey and just gather as much data as you possibly can. Few key steps here, and you're required to have all of these if you want to have a successful business. A mission statement outlining your business goals, a market analysis to understand your competition and potential customers, marketing strategy to attract and retain customers, and then financial projections to estimate cost and revenue. The biggest one out of all those by far and none is the financial projections alone, because you need to know what your return on your investment is going to be, how much you're going to be making per machine, all that good noise. Moving on to the next thing, and you can also find on YouTube any sort of help in creating a business plan that dives more deep into it. In this, I'm just kind of showing you the steps that I took to start my vending machine business. Next, we're going to go into location scouting and contracts. So this is the most important part of the vending machine business to me. Finding locations is by far and none the most important part of the vending machine business. Everyone wants to go out, start their own LLC, open their business bank account. That's all well and good, but you will not do anything until you find and secure a location. So this is the most important. This is the only part that you should be focusing on if you are a beginner and you have not started with anything. Find a location. Now let's find some perfect spots for your location. So you want to look into high traffic areas. High foot traffic is essentially just how many people walk through or walk by your vending machine on a daily basis. So like a good number to kind of guesstimate at is around 100 people. 100 to 200 people are passing your vending machine daily. That's a good spot to be in, especially starting out. But if you really want a prime location, anything with 200 plus is always going to get you better numbers. Keep that in mind when you're looking around at different places. You should approach these business owners and property owners with a clear proposal on how your vending machine can benefit them. And remember that visibility and foot traffic are key here. Like, this is the most important thing with these locations. All right, when negotiating contracts, you need to make sure that you include the duration of the agreement, the revenue sharing terms, and responsibilities for maintenance and restocking. Me personally, I don't share any revenue on any of my contracts. I give them 0% just because the asset to their business is the commodity that I'm selling, which is the vending machine and the services that I provide with it. So I don't like to share any profit of that. But in other case scenarios, if you are at a crazy high location or crazy profitable location, you may be required by the business owner to give anywhere from 5 to 15%. Next, we're going to move on to legal and financial setup. Let's handle the legal and financial aspects. You'll need a business license and permits, which vary by location. Check local health and safety regulations to ensure compliance. It's essential to get sorted before placing your machines. These business licenses and everything, you can watch YouTube videos on it and do it yourself, and you can do it for around $200 or so. Me personally, I like to use LegalZoom. LegalZoom helped me out so much in the beginning, and it just made the whole process done for me. It's a little bit more expensive, but highly recommend it. On to financing. So budget for initial costs. So when you're going over your initial costs, you're going to be looking at stocking your inventory, like your first stocking, which is going to be a lot more products. You have to fill the entire thing. Your business bank account and LegalZoom and your LLC setup, and just any sort of contracts or anything like that go along with it. Like if you're gonna have to file for some sort of food and beverage agreement with the state or city, and all that will be done for you in LegalZoom if you do it through there or another LLC formation online. But yeah, you have those fees of the initial stocking, that the actual machine itself, which you can make payments on. We'll get onto that a little bit later. But consider funding options like personal savings, loans, or investors. Like if someone you know that has money and you come up to them with a actual business plan saying, hey, I have a high traffic location, I just don't have the money to buy a vending machine. Could you buy that vending machine for me and I could pay you out in increments and you can make interest on the actual investment you're making? Anything works for that. There's so many ways that you can go out and get a vending machine without spending $5,000 on the first vending machine. So there's really cool stuff there. Open up a business bank account to manage your finances efficiently, and that's going to cost you around like $100 because you have to make a deposit to open up the business bank account. So let's talk about what type of machines we can go over here. So the first thing I want to get into are there are various types of vending machines: snack machines, drink machines, combo machines, and then there's also specialty machines. Decide whether to buy new or used machines based on your budget and business plan. If you're just starting out, I don't recommend you going out and buying the first machine you see on Facebook Marketplace. Do your research. I always buy new or refurbished, which refurbished is just redone old machines. Like they have new motherboards, coin mechanisms, all that. So it's all brand new on the inside, just a older exterior shell. If you go new is what I'm going to tell you, just go on a little tangent here. If you go new, what's going to happen is that you're not going to have any maintenance issues most likely, and your machine's going to get more sales just because it looks nicer or is just an easier asset to come by. If you go older, it's going to be cheaper up front, but in the long run, it's not going to make you as much money. Plus, the thing with these vending machines is the depreciation value is not that crazy with some of these newer machines. If you buy the machine, place the machine in a location, handle everything yourself, you just made that machine worth more than it was when it was just sitting in a warehouse. So you can sell that and make your profits back on that and start a whole new business, even if you wanted to, and you want to start with your own capital. Next, we're going to go into suppliers and purchasing. So finding a reliable supplier for both your machines and products is huge. For products, I just go Sam's Club and local deals around Walmart and whatever else, BJ's, anything like that. But for your supplier for your machines is huge. That's going to be the most important thing that you have going for you. So when you find a supplier, and you can do that just by looking up your area and then vending supplier, and I'm sure there'll be someone that comes up. I personally would also just Google vending suppliers in your area, find them, talk to them, see if they do any payment plans or anything, because it is going to be more expensive buying a new or a refurbished machine. But luckily, they know that these machines are going to make money, so they're most likely going to give you some sort of payment plan if that's an option in their business. All right, so installation and maintenance. The delivery and installation process can be straightforward if you plan ahead. Ensure your machines are well stocked from day one to attract customers. When I first bought my first machine and put it out, suppliers and everything told me a date and time, and I was there to help them and everything with the moving, but they did a lot of the work for me, which was nice. But the one thing I wish I had known that I didn't know prior was that you need a ton of change with you, bunch of quarters, bunch of dimes, bunch of nickels, and that's how you're going to fill up your coin mechanism, which is what gives people the return. If they put in $2 for a $1.50 drink and they need 50 cents back, this is coming out of your coin mechanism. So I didn't realize that. So during the installation of my 3 machines on my first day, I went out and had, in the middle of all of it, had to go to the bank and pull out like $200, and something I wish I had known that you should definitely know setting up your machines. Moving on from just the setting up your machines, because that is, if you get it from a supplier, it's going to be more of a done-for-you service. Regular restocking is crucial to keep your customers happy. I personally fill all my machines up once a week, even if they don't need it. Sometimes I'll even go there and take some products out, put some new ones in, see if they work better. Just restocking constantly is crucial. And then set up a maintenance schedule to troubleshoot your common issues that you're having with your machines once you get it up and running. For instance, I had one of my drink machines, the waters would just, if you shook the machine, it would just fall out. So people were just getting free waters from me. So that was an issue that I had to troubleshoot. So I've placed the waters in a different area, tried it there, it didn't work, tried another area, it worked. Kind of just sort of figure it out as you go with the maintenance and issues with your machine. But like I said earlier, if you go new or refurbished, you're most likely not going to have any issues. Congratulations to making it to the end of the video. We're going to go over marketing and scaling real quick for you guys, just so when you have this business set up. So promote your business locally and online, use social media and local advertising to attract customers, offer promotions and loyalty programs to increase sales. There is a million ways that you can market your vending machine business. I've seen people put actual $5 bills in the back of some cans, showing loyalty to their customers. There's just a ton of things you can do social media wise. So yeah, there's obviously a ton of ways to get your name out there in today's day and age, especially with the vending machine business. Scaling your business. Once you're established, considering expanding to new locations and diversifying your product offerings. So if you have a couple of schools that you have vending machines in, don't go for a third school, go for an office or a gym or just something else to see if that can sell even better, so that way you can turn your attention more to that. Scaling it, obviously, is just going to be taking the investments or the revenue from your initial investments and just placing it into more machines. And once you get more machines, you're going to get more revenue, which makes you grow faster and faster and faster, to where it's just an exponential chart of going all the way up. So let's recap everything real quick. Conduct thorough research and planning on your business before starting. You don't want to go in blind like I did. Not the best idea. Next, find and secure the best locations possible. Securing your location takes a backseat in a lot of these other vending courses and stuff that I've seen online. And I want it to be known that this is the most important part of this business, is finding a profitable location. Next is handling your legal and financial requirements. I personally like to do LegalZoom, but there's tons and tons of support and help on YouTube where you can do it yourself for a little bit cheaper. Source and purchase reliable machines. So this is all going to come down to your supplier and just doing your own thorough research on what kind of machines you want to get. Next, you're going to set up and maintain your machines. This is sort of a fly by the seat of your pants because there's no way to really prepare for it. You just kind of, besides obviously getting the coins and stuff, like I said earlier, before you head out to your machines, and initial stocking as well. You need to put all that in there as soon as you can. The one thing that you're not going to know about is you're going to get out there and you're not going to know how to do anything. Luckily, the supplier will hopefully help you out with everything. Set up and maintain your machines. So you want to be regularly restocking these machines as constantly as possible. Any issues they may have, you want to get to as quickly as possible as well, just to ensure that there's customer satisfaction here. You want your name and your brand to be well received and hopefully push to other business owners. Marketing and scaling your business effectively, just went over that, and that's just reinvest your money back into the business. Don't take your money and spend it on something stupid. Go out there and find a new location, invest your money into that, and that's just going to make you more and more money. So that's how this business can be turned from like a side hustle to where you're making like, I don't know, maybe like an extra $1,000 a month or so with a couple of machines. Or you take that and you take that money that you're making every month, put it into a few more machines. Now you're making a few $1,000s a month extra. Then you're making $10,000 a month extra, and then it just goes on and on. So yeah, I really, really appreciate you guys staying and watching the whole video. If you guys like this information and you want to learn more, join my Skool community. I have just started a new community where I'm teaching people hands-on how to start their own vending machine businesses. There's a full classroom going over everything A to Z, all for free. Skool.com. Please get to it. Also, like and subscribe to the video. Comment below any questions you have. I'll be happy to answer. And this is the start of a revolution. This is my first video. I'm very excited to be here to help you guys out with everything. And yeah, join the Skool.